Welcome back to Ride and Glide Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at the Super 73 RX. This is the most premium model that Super 73 make. We've got the ZG, the S2, and then this top of the range RX. We're going to go through all of its features, see what stands out, see what they've done compared to their older models. We're going to be looking at the EU version, and just so you can see from here, they come in three different colours: carmine red, olive drab, and rhino grey. So starting off down at the bottom, we're looking at the new tyres that Super 73 have put on their RX. These are 4.5 inch by 20 inch BDGR tyres. They've tried to incorporate some type of motorbike tyre in with the bike tyre, which is giving it this all-terrain, really hard-wearing look and feel. Moving up slightly, you can see the front fork suspension. This is an addition, so the old bikes, they didn't used to have this. The SG1, you could add it onto, and the SG, but this comes as standard. It's DNM suspension, which is a really well-respected make in the market. So that is a really big improvement. Moving up slightly higher, you can see the Roxim lights, really bright LED lights. They've got them on the front, they've also got them on the rear, which includes a brake light as well. They've got it in this kind of cool casing, which all adds to the look. The black fender here just covering up over the wheel, just stop mud and water flicking up at you when you're riding. So we move up to the handlebars. The first thing you notice is that they can be adjusted forward and back, and they've got Magura MT5 brakes. Now, compared to the old Tektro brakes, these are hydraulic disc brakes. These are top of the range. Magura is such a good make. They perform really well in all types of conditions. They also cut the motor once you put them on, which is really important for safety. They're just generally known in the biking, downhill biking, all types of scooters now are having these brakes fitted. They're really, really, really high quality. As well as the brakes, what you can also see on the handlebars are the Shimano 10-speed gears, which is an addition. They've never had gears before, the Super 73s. Also, you've got the digital display, which gives you your range, your speed, your battery life, but also gives you your power settings. So you have 4 different settings for your pedal assist. Coming down, we move on to the battery. A much improved battery. They claim 120 plus kilometers range from this if you're riding in eco mode. About 80 miles or 80 miles plus, they're saying, which is a really, really huge improvement compared to their old bikes, which were the SG, I think was 25 miles, and the SG1 was 40 to 45 mile range. So almost doubling the range of this new bike. So moving back to the rear of the bike, we're looking at the seat, which is a new design, a lot more slim, quite long, very comfortable from the feel, looks aerated and waterproof, Super 73 claim. We'll put that to the test. The rear light here, which is a Roxim LED as well, as we said earlier. When the brakes are applied, you can see the light increases in intensity, which is a really good safety feature for all road riders. Rear fender comes with these bikes as well as standard. Integral fender here as well to stop mud flicking up from down below. And as you can see, I brought your eyesight down here, you can see the rear shock absorber here. Again, DNM, really good make. They've spent a lot of money on getting nice, really high quality parts for this bike. You know, the brakes, the gears, the suspension, it's all upgraded. The frame itself is aluminium. They claim it to be aircraft grade, which is makes it really light, really strong. And again, powder coated this time, where a lot of their old bikes were painted, so another improvement. So coming down here, you can see, we spoke about the gears earlier, this is the 10-speed Shimano Z derailleur. So this is what controls all of the gears on the bike. And if you come in a little closer here, I can show you the motor. For me, this is the biggest improvement Super 73 have made. On their old bikes, they were 250 watt, the ones that were EU manufactured. That's to comply with road laws in England and Europe. This bike is also 250 watts, but if you get the off-road package, you can unlock the full power of the motor, which is 1200 watts, 2000 watt peak power. So the off-road package offers a throttle and unlocking the motor, so you can literally use it like a mini motorbike up to about 30 miles an hour with 1200 watts of power, 2000 watts of peak power. So that's going to be great fun, but not for road use when it's in that mode. When you're using the app, you can flick it into that mode, and as soon as you turn the bike off, it resets back to road legal mode again. So a really, really good feature for this bike. Whilst we're on the subject of that, using the app, the old bikes, they never had an app. This one on Android and iPhone, you can get an app which gives you lots of different routes that you can ride, firmware updates automatically. There can be little bug fixes that can be done through that. And like I said, also you can change your modes, change your settings. It's a really, really fun feature that they've added and really useful as well. One other thing I'd like to show you about this bike, the RX in particular, Super 73 have raised the seat height. So if you're 6 foot and above, I'm just under 6, this bike is going to be absolutely fine height-wise for you. Really comfortable seating position, and handlebars can be adjusted to suit. Now I'm on the bike, you get a really good feel for the riding position. Seat's really comfortable, I can feel the back suspension working already. I'm about 85 to 90 kilos. Feels like it can take my weight easily. They do claim up to 150 kilos can be ridden on this, so it's more than capable. The whole look of the bike is designed around that motorbike feel, kind of aggressive look with the high, sort of dirt bike kind of fenders on the front, the off-road tyres. It really gives you a feel of sort of an angry, aggressive bike that you can look really cool on when you're riding. A lot of people ask us the question, what's the difference between the old Super 73 bikes and the new Super 73 bikes? It's obviously gone up in price and they want to know the differences or the main differences. This is my Super 73 SG, which I've had for nearly 2 years. I absolutely love it. It has never let me down, it gets me everywhere I need to go. I'm in no way putting this bike down by comparing it to the new RX, but there are some obvious differences. First of all, you can see the height. When we come down, like we spoke about earlier, the RX is definitely higher than the old SG. So it will suit people who are a bit taller, whereas the SG probably, the cutoff was in the, just over 6 foot. This will let you probably get up to around 2 meters, 6'6", something like that. You'll still be pretty comfortable on this bike. Next, you can see the battery. The SG's got that sort of low slung battery in here, obviously with much more power, much more range. You've got a bigger battery, but with a curved design compared to the more flat design of the old bike. Looking at the frame itself, it's now aluminium powder coated. The old frames were thinner tubed steel, painted or powder coated, but you can see there is a difference. On the new bikes, the tyres have changed. They're actually wider now. They were 20x4s on the old bike. Now we've got 20x4.5, 20x5s on the rear. So those are differences as well. One big difference is the brakes. On the SG, we've got mechanical disc brakes. If you come down to the wheel, you can see there's the disc. If I spin it around for you, you can see the caliper working there. You've got mechanical cable brakes here. Coming over to the RX, as you can see through, got improved size on the discs, and as we spoke about earlier, these are Magura MT5 hydraulic disc brakes. Much better brakes, so they're going to give you really, really good braking distances. They're going to shorten that and just generally feel more comfortable in your hand, stop much quicker. Another difference is the suspension. The old SG doesn't have any. I don't find it a problem. I ride all around the roads on this bike, but if you want to go off-road, it can be a little bit uncomfortable on this without any cushioning, whereas the RX, you've got front, rear suspension, really cool tyres, the seat's really comfortable, so there's a change there as well. The RX, as we said, also has the gears. Coming back to the SG, no gears on this, so if you do run out of battery, it can be a little more difficult to get yourself home. Still more than capable of doing it, but it can be quite hard to ride. Without the battery on, this is a lot easier with the gears, able to climb hills and things like that without the power on. The SG doesn't have the app, which we spoke about as well with the RX, so there's no way of unlimiting the motor, and the motor is a set 250 watt here to comply with the rules in the EU, UK. The RX has that 1200 watt peak power 2000 watt motor, so when you do use the off-road mode, you're going to get so much more power than you've got on this bike. This is a brilliant bike. I've loved this bike. If this never came out, I'd still be happy riding this. But now that I've seen the new bikes, the S2 and the RX, I'm definitely going to be upgrading. So we hope you've enjoyed the RX review, found it informative and interesting. You've seen the bikes, they've only just come out, so it's really good to have a better look around them and understand some of the new features that Super 73 have brought out. If you want to come and have a go on one, we've got a demo here. Anytime, give us a call, give us a text, get us on live chat, social media, email, carrier pigeon, whatever you want to do, get in contact with us. You can come and have a play. We've got them in stock as well, so if you do want to go away with one, you won't be disappointed. If you want to go on the website, it's www.rideandglide.co.uk. My name's Pascal, ask for me if you want. See you soon.